Dr. Laura Berman, and here are some sex hacks to help you perform oral sex on a guy. Now, I'm going to be very scientific about this, so don't get too carried away, but you're going to get some really good information. First of all, what are the most common things people struggle with regarding oral sex on a guy, right? One is gagging. Two is how to do it in a way that he's really going to enjoy. And three is what to do about funky smelling or funky tasting ejaculate, or if the guy even is worried about that, or, you know, to spit or swallow kind of thing. Okay, so let's tackle that. First of all, you're worried about gagging. The most common way to address that is to breathe through your nose. You can try it even at the dentist. I was getting x-rays the other day, you know, and they stick that thing way in your mouth and you want to gag or you have a big gag reflex. Breathing through your nose really deeply will help alleviate the gag, because gagging is just the body's natural reflex when it's not getting enough air. So if you're breathing deeply through your nose, you're significantly less likely to gag. The second that will help with gagging and is good in the technique category is to use your hands. So if you feel like your partner is too large, too endowed, or you are worried about gagging, use your hand and create a seal with your mouth, okay? You can even use a little lubricant and or saliva to make it slippery, so you're doing manual stimulation, but you're creating a seal between your mouth and your hand. So your hand is actually doing most of the work and your mouth is around the top, okay? Now there's also the grapefruit technique. I don't know if you've ever heard of this, but basically you take a grapefruit, you cut off each end, so it's just that round flat on both sides. You cut out the middle. You can even, he may not even realize what you're doing if you have it ready and off to the side, but he probably would be into it if he knew what you were doing. Hey honey, I'm gonna go cut a grapefruit. But then you slide that over the penis and you use that as your hand and create a seal like that. And it will also taste good, okay? So those are some simple ways. Focus around me. For most guys, they enjoy, deeper penetration with the mouth, which is where your hands can come in. They enjoy lots of different kinds of oral sex, but remember, the most sensitive part of a man's penis is the frenulum, that little V at the underside of the penis, right below the tip. That area around the base of the tip, where the tip of the penis meets the shaft, is the most sensitive. So you can even just run your tongue around that, stimulate around that, kiss around that, focus on the top part, and you probably will drive him just as crazy, okay? In a good way. Now, what about spit or swallow? That is a personal preference. I think it's good to get clear on it first, okay? I think it's good to be clear going into it with your partner, how you feel about it and what you plan. You definitely have to think about safer sex practices if you don't know your partner's STD status, or this is a new partner, because you can get herpes in your mouth, you can get HPV or genital warts in your mouth, and if you have little cuts in your mouth, which most of us do, you can even potentially get HIV through oral sex. So you want to be really careful about that piece, and to be totally safe, you can use flavored condoms, especially if it's a partner you don't know, okay? But if you are worried or you want to encourage, let's say you have a regular partner, you know his STD history, you're not worried about STDs, diet plays a huge role in the odor and the taste of all bodily fluids, including ejaculate. And there have actually been studies done that pineapple helps improve the taste of male ejaculate. So if you are planning on coming into contact with that or tasting that in your man, just give him a little pineapple or a pina colada or something before you get started. But pay attention to your diet, because if he's a really heavy meat eater, for instance, it may not smell or taste as good as if he's a vegetarian and eats lots of fruits and vegetables. So one more reason to eat a healthy diet. So there's your sex hack on performing oral sex on a guy and tackling the most common problems. And if you have any more questions about this or you want a sex hack on any other topic, just message me. If you liked the video, make sure to subscribe and I will see you next Thursday for a brand new video.